Engineers want to design seats in commercial aircraft so that they are wide enough to fit 90% of all males. So I've drawn a graph here to represent that. So if you summed up all of the area underneath the curve, these are all probabilities underneath the curve, it would sum to 1. And think about on this axis, you know, they're increasing. So you've got here a mean of 0. To the right, you've got larger numbers, and to the left, you got smaller. But the point is, look at this 0.90. 0.9 is a probability, and that corresponds to all of this area or probability under the curve. That's 0.90. Well, if that's 0.90, what you're left with is 0.10 in the right tail, because if you sum those, you get 1. So men have hip breadths that are normally distributed with a mean of 14.7 and a standard deviation of 1.1. Find the hip breadth for men that separates the smallest 90%, that's just 90% here, from the largest 10%. So we're trying to find an X value, which represents hip breadth. That's the number that separates the 90% from the 10%. Well, we can't go straight to a real world X. We have to go to a Z first. So, StatCrunch, calculator, normal, StatCrunch, stat, calculators, normal. I'm doing this as I do it. And you come up and you see a picture like this. And you've got the mean, and you see 0 there. And then you'll see a standard deviation of 1. And what you want to do, you can either do, if you choose less than or equal to, because we're shading this, we're trying to find that number right there. What you do then, in the far box, what you see right now is probability X. Choose a box here. Either I'm going to choose less than or equal to, and then we're trying to find that number right there, equals 0.9. Okay. All right. So the probability is 0.9. So put the 0.9 here, and then 0.9. And then you choose compute, and you get this number here, 1.281556. And I've rounded that to 1.28. But that right there is a Z. And we want a real world number, X. So I use my Z calculation formula. Z equals X minus the mean over sigma. So my Z is 1.28, which I just calculated. X is what I'm trying to find, minus the mean, which is 14.7, divided by 1.1. I multiplied both sides by 1.1 to clear my fractions. And then I added 14.7 to both sides. And I got 16.108. And they wanted me to round it to 1 decimal, so 16.1 is your hip breadth.